I will talk to the captain. I can never remember that. I'm always like, it's not the coach, it's not the leader, it's the captain.
President.
It's like the president of the team.
I don't know her.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Studio Matt. It's Matt Palmer.
And it's Matt Steele.
And okay, I've made a life change.
This is exactly like how he worded it to me too. I was in the kitchen and he was eating and he was like, okay.
I have something to tell you. I do.
You're not gonna like it.
My therapist suggested that I get more involved and meet more gay people in a different light. Just, you know, kind of open myself up socially a bit more because, you know, I like the friends I have and like those are the friends I have and like that's that. So I'm trying to, you know, extend my social circle a bit, meet more gays around town who I can like and befriend and do all this stuff with. And unlike Matt Steele, I am a bit of a competitive person. So this kind of made sense for me, but he was like, I think you should join a gay league of some kind. He initially suggested bowling, and I was like, absolutely not. If you're gay in LA, you've definitely seen people on an app or people that you know that just like are in
Gay dodgeball. Gay volleyball.
Yes, they're just gay sports, intramural leagues kind of things, and I'm not the sportiest person in the world.
But you do like games.
I love a game, and I
hate a game.
I love a game, and I love to win. A friend of mine has been doing a gay kickball league for a while, and so I reached out to him because I didn't want to be like, just put on our team randomly, like having no connection to
I would never allow you to do that.
That's what I'm saying. So I reached out to him and I was like, hey, are you doing this kickball thing this year? Do you have a spot on your team? Like, what's the deal? What's the haps? What are we doing? And can I join? And he was like, yes, we have spots. And I had my first game yesterday. And it just, this was always something that, like, if I'm being completely honest, like, I was just a little judgy about it because it's like, what are we doing? Like, we're adults and we're playing kickball. But luckily, the team I got put on is very, like, low-key. They, like, are gonna teach you the rules and want to do well, but it's not, like, taken so seriously. Like, they're like, bring champagne so we can drink things in the dugout, like, kind of thing.
That sounds like your kind of
Exactly! And, I love a champagne moment. And so, 30 minutes before our game, I went to the field, some park. We had, like, a training session. Like, these are all the rules. This is, like, when a ball flies at you, the way you catch it, you should try to catch it against your body and not with your hands. And
this is so scary to me because, like, you were taught the rules 30 minit's before you.
I know.
It's like, no, I need a week.
I will say the night before, our team captain and like it's hard for me to say it, I don't know why. And like people who'd been on the team for a long time, like had a party at their house, but my friend who I knew couldn't go, so I had to go in blind.
By yourself? Oh my god, I would die.
I know, it was like, I felt like, I don't know, I assume that's what happens and she's all that. But I don't know, I've never seen it. I go, and one of the games we play is like, okay, we're gonna like play a game where we're gonna put up like, what do you do in this situation on the kickball field?
Oh.
And like, you have to answer.
That's so scary, they put you on the spot.
But it was like we were all playing together, and like you didn't really see who was getting things right and wrong, but I got like top 5.
Oh my god!
I just had that evening of playing the game, learning the rules, then we had the 30 minutes before, like getting like an orientation, learning the rules, and then it was like, time to go. I was more nervous about the fielding, but then by the end of it I was nervous about both. Both the fielding and the kicking was all very scary for me. People kicked it to me in one inning like 4 times.
Oh, I would kill.
I was like, how dare the ball keep coming to me? Like, I am just here to make friends. I have to like drink a little bit and like have a nice day and like keep having to like run for the ball and throw it to the pitcher so the ball's not in play anymore. And I'm just like, oh, this is so stressful. I just didn't want to be the worst. And I don't think, everyone did fine. And I think I was perfectly fine. Did I get on base? Not yet. But there's always next game, So then I got up to kick, and like before the game started, like people were like having practice kicks and things like that. But like since I was in the orientation, I didn't have time to.
Oh no!
So I'm like, I needed a rehearsal, darling. Why did we not have like where was the stage manager? So I go up there, I'm visibly nervous to the point where like the umpire, who is like just a higher up at the kickball league, was like, just remember, it's just kickball. It doesn't matter. And I was like, that was sweet. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. And so the first kick I think I did wasn't good. Like I think it was like caught very immediately. The second kick was better, but it then was eventually caught. But I had a chance to run to the thing, and they saw that I was really making an effort to run to first base.
Of course. You kick and then run. You don't even look.
Yes, you don't look. You just kick and run.
Kick and run.
So I need to figure out how to kick the ball on the ground. That's my next thing, because when it's in the air, people can catch it.
Yes.
And, like, I will say and I go to the gym, like, not to brag, but
we can tell, Doug.
Thank you. I was so sore. Like, at the end of my day, I was like, I can't do anything. I actually just put on sweatpants and like watch glitter, which I did.
I just remember he told me he was joining this thing, and I was like, okay, we need a plan of attack.
Yes.
How are we gonna get through this live? I remember my memories of kickball was in the after school program. They would always have like group activities that we would do, and like
that's a fun one.
All the time we would always play kickball. No, it's not a fun one. I liked let's sit around and hang.
I mean,
let's maybe color. Like I
love that you're the same as you were. Like whenever we're at a party and like he's having the best time just sitting and talking, someone's like, let's play a game. It's like his face falls,
and Matt Steele suddenly ends being the life of the party.
I know. It's just like he turns off.
Whenever I would play kickball in the after school program, I would like be forced to do it. I couldn't kick the ball far,
right?
So I adopted the system of bunting.
That's the thing. People bunt now.
Yes, absolutely. So I would just be like, I'm gonna bunt the ball. I'm just gonna lightly tap it with my foot. Yeah. So everyone has to run up, try to get the ball, as my ass runs to first base.
That's not a bad idea.
And at the after school program, all of the bros, my bros, they were 10. They would be like, we should implement a rule. They didn't say implement. We should have a rule that no bunting is allowed. No bunting is allowed. Great. Well, see, it wasn't pointed at me. It was pointed at everyone who would bunt. Because, like, I would bunt and, like, a lot of the girls would bunt. Because it was the only way we could get anywhere.
Right, exactly.
You know? And so all of the boys were just, like, insistent on no bunting allowed.
So rude.
And because, like, they were the majority, the, like, head of the after-school program was like, okay, no bunting allowed. So we weren't allowed to bunt. So I legitimately, like, would just go up and kick the ball and just walk back to the back of the line.
Oh!
I'm left-handed, so like I kick it with my left foot,
Yeah.
and they knew exactly where the ball was gonna go, and it would just be caught immediately, and I knew it was just gonna go.
We've got. I mean, I guess this isn't important for you, but I have got to learn to kick on the ground. That is the only way I can get to a base. I'm never going to be able to kick it in the sky far enough for it to be like over people's heads. Like that's just not happening. Yeah. So grounders are my goal, and I'm gonna get on first, and I'm gonna get to home by the end of the season.
You are.
You know,
you can. I remember I got to home once in all the 6 years I was in the after school program. I got to home once, and I was like, yes. I've never joined one of those gay leagues, but like they sound fun.
It actually is fun.
I mean, I'm an actor, so I don't have a hard time meeting gay friends or anything. But I can understand with someone like at your job, like you don't have many gay coworkers, so like I feel like it's like super helpful. Yeah, you want to make gay friends.
And everyone has been so sweet and so nice on the team.
That's great.
It was also fun though to listen to the other teams as it's going around because it's like, oh, there's drama. There's like people who were like, there was someone on who was kicking, and there was someone on base, and there was the first base coach, and they were like, also, I do not like his attitude today. I'm like, oh yeah, no, like he went to church one time and he thinks he's so fucking great, and I'm like, ah!
He came home and I was like, how's the game? And he's like, there's drama.
I loved it.
I heard someone say he went to church one time and he thinks he's so great, and I'm just like, that's all you heard? And he's like, yes, and I need to know what that's
about. I must know. And so I'm like very invested.
What's wrong with you?
I know. Attitude? I might need to take his name out because that is his name.
Okay.
I mean, who's gonna watch it? But and there are 3 levels. There's the like, you know, people who don't care about this level, which is level I'm on. But then there's like people who really care about this level. And so I feel like the inner workings of this, I feel like I'm like, this is gonna be, just follow me. When Carol Radswell first became a Real Housewife of New York, it was like she was a journalist who was like there to learn about being a housewife and like basically like write a story of like, oh, this is what it's like being on reality TV. And like that was like, she was coming in as an outsider looking in, but then after her like 5 years on the show, she was such a housewife. And I wonder if I'm in the league for long enough, am I just gonna be one of those people who's like, are you kidding? Like, no, he was totally out. Like, how could you do this? Am I gonna like take this really seriously? I don't foresee that because I remember being a kid and like playing these sports games and looking at my mom and be like, do I have to pretend to be sad if I this? But you never know. I could be like Carol and dye my hair blonde and get kicked off the show. I love Carol.
My favorite thing about imagining you playing kickball, because maybe one day I'll go to your games, maybe. I'll be in the audience being like, yes, honey, I'm so proud.
I appreciate that.
Just like drinking a Diet Dr. Pepper.
Yes.
Good job, Matt.
I'm ready for that.
And I just imagine you, because one of my favorite stories of you as a child was when you were talking about how you would play baseball or you were forced to do baseball or whatever, and you would just be in the outfield singing to Janet Jackson in your head.
I was.
Like, if I was your girl,
the things I do to you.
And the great thing is, I guarantee you that that's exactly what you were like this.
Absolutely. But like honestly, had I been in right field and people weren't kicking to me, I would have. But like people kept kicking it to me, and I was like, guys, I can't. Like it also was like really hot out, and it was just like a lot for me. I would honestly say I was skeptical of going in, but I think it's actually a fun and a nice way to meet people. So if there's like a gay league and you don't have gay friends and you want them, like, hey, go join a gay league.
Go for it.
It's not that expensive, and people were really nice on my team and really sweet and inviting, and like I have nothing but good things to say about this for now. And who knows, maybe this time next year I'll be like a jock.
I'm super excited to hear more about like the drama
Oh my
between
God.
like the players. Like,
Same.
who's sleeping with who?
I know.
Who is angry at who's not pulling their weight?
I know.
Like, I'm ready for this drama and I'm ready to make a movie about it.
Right?
Let's go.
I honestly need a reality show about this. So if Bravo Andy is watching this, like,
Yes,
please,
a gay kickball reality show.
because they're all
That's
sleeping with each other. They're all drinking. People are taking it more and less seriously. Like, iconic. It's the new Vanderpump Rules. Get ready. Well, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Matt Palmer Music.
And it's Matt Steele.
And 2K Mats. And if you want to see more videos, we have 21 basically videos waiting for you on our Patreon at patreon.com/2kmats. For as little as $1 a video, you get an extra bonus video from us every single week, and we know you want that. So hopefully we'll see you on Patreon, and if not, we'll see you next week on 2K Mats. Bye!
Bye, guys.